go. I've got that microphone on. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad to have you all on board. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX live stream. And thank you from Sue Hayes says, I hear you. Oh, I'm glad you do. And that is excellent. Anyway, welcome everyone. Tail still twerking, help. Oh, I can't. You're too far away, Piggy. Well, I guess you'll figure it out. Better watch out if that poppet sees that tail moving. You're going to get tail smack there. Piggy, Linda just caught it. There, that should help you out. Anyway, welcome everyone. Glad to have you on board here today. And yeah, I don't want to sound disappointing right off the bat, but it's a disappointing day. I don't have any lava. I wish we had lava. I like lava. I like lots and lots of flowing lava and bacon and things. But none of the above today. The best we can come up with is some smoking stuff coming off of Mount Etna, as you can see on screen. And yes, that was from earlier in Sicily. And the vents at the backside there are blowing up some smoke. You can see the kind of orangey reddish colors in there. More like rust or something. Anyway, that is because of the high iron content, and that is what it is, and that's what we're seeing. Piggy says, DrFox2000, hearing you is never a disappointment. Why, thank you, Piggy. I really do appreciate that. And really cool. All right. So, anyway, where do we want to start? Do we want to start here? Well, we're already here, so let's start here. First off, welcome to the moderators. Glad to have everyone on board here, and these moderators are doing a fine job. Arizona Snowman hiding in the background somewhere, I'm sure. Then, of course, Piggy is in here, and Piggy is doing an outstanding job. Thank you, Piggy, and she is an awesome person, so give her that respect and the kind treatment that she passes along. And of course, if Poppet happens to take over, you can be grumpy because Poppet does things to innocent people and stuff like that. Just innocent, really, really innocent. No, I am not Dr. Fox. That's my screen cred gone to pot. Oh, come on, Piggy. You're all right. You're good. You're a good, kind person, and we do appreciate it. Street? Yeah, I thought that's what you meant. Well, hey, don't tell anybody out in the streets that we talked about you here. So that way you save yourself. Anyway. Let's see. Also, the other moderators who may be lurking or on the sidelines there, like C&D Boy and 24/7 Live, AZ Skies, as well as Joseph or anyone else. Anyway, those other moderators, thank you as well for being there. And that is awesome. Speaking of looking at pluming and stuff, I don't know if you noticed that just popped up just a few seconds ago here, and I thought it was kind of neat. Mind you, this is back from 1924, and that was a fine year, I think. No, that's from 7:24 p.m. Sicily time, which is long since passed. I think that's about 5 hours ago or something, 5.5 hours ago, roughly. So that is what we're looking at right now. Anyway, we're going to carry on with first person in the chat today was Echo the bot. And Echo gets the cookies. But he only gets cookies once, not 4 times. Just because they echo doesn't mean he gets echoed cookies. So there we go. And that is taken care of, and we'll say hi to everyone in the chat really quickly. And sometimes me thinks what a friend, and then me says, a friend is someone who shares last cookies with Dr. Fox. Wow, wow. But you got cookies, you know. I got lots of cookies here as well. So you're all good. But that is really, really cool. And let's see. We're going to say hi to everyone anyway. Let's get at that. And only accepts a last roll. Okay. Boy, oh boy. Piggy, you're trying to build that street cred up again, eh? Got any cheese? Yeah, there was some in that mouse trap up there. Did you miss it? You can go get it real quick. I still got my fingers on the string here, so not a problem. Anyway, that is all cool. Anyway, there's a mouse in the house, you guys. Look out. Anyway, I'm getting onto the names. Oh, hang on. I already got onto the names. The mouse is in the house. And Linda is here as well. We already got Echo. Kirst Chaplin is also here. Matt, Jen, also here. Sue Hayes, welcome. Linda Schoof is here. Going up some more. LOL, Gemma, Super Kitty, Dave, and Claire, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. Going up some more and looking up for other names. I know there wasn't as many people in here today, so I think it will be a quieter stream today, I believe. Anyway, going up some more, we got Tom Dice. Welcome, Tom. Glad to have you on. Hi all. Piggy, did you get more rain? She got, I don't know if she's getting rain yet. Maybe we'll see if she's getting some now. I did look at that weather map, and it looked like there was more on the way. So hopefully she got more than 6 drops. Anyway, I'm going up the list here, looking for more wonderful names. John, is it Manice? I hope I pronounced it correct. Welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. Going up some more. Henry Nelson is here as well. Welcome, Henry. And we got Echo there. Linda Schoof. We got Lisa P. Frampton is here. Welcome, Lisa. And who else have we got in here? A bunch of chatty people, though. I like it. All good. Phil is back. Welcome, Phil. Glad to have you on board. And looking for more names up in the wonderful list, and I'm right up to the top, and I don't see it. Anyone? I see MG2431 and Mona Alfano just popped in. Elizabeth also got here, and Tetra. Welcome, Tetra, who just got in as well. And good to have everyone on board. Kim Raudenbush. Yes, there's actually somebody called Mouse in the house. You better be careful, and otherwise you're not only going to get a mouse attacking you, but you're also going to have snout bopping from Piggy. So careful. Piggy is protecting that mouse right now. Welcome back, Kim. And let's see. Linda. Oh. Okay. That is a little bit on the funny side. Checking to see if there's any action, and of course, yeah. No action, and I'm sad. Yeah, it's one of those things. MT Coalforge just made it in as well. Glad to have you here. Yeah, yeah, we're not happy. I wish we had lava. Welcome, Tropic Paz and Kevin Haynes and Mona Alfano. Welcome. Glad to have you guys here. I missed you guys, being gone a bit. Got to catch up. Well, yeah, you can catch up. Unfortunately, there's not a lot to catch up on right now. You missed the aliens yesterday. If you didn't catch yesterday's show at the beginning there was an alien. I don't think that was very important, but just I actually haven't seen any. I was checking and kept monitoring to see if anything was on the radar, but we didn't see anything at all, unfortunately. So, wait, Siggy Lava workers gone on strike again? Yeah. Kim, they didn't even go on strike. They just left and walked out, and they're gone. I watched the replay. Strange. Yeah, Linda. I really don't know what to make of it. It really is odd. Oh, the things that you capture when you really don't expect it. It's one of those weird things. All right. Anyway, it is one of those things. So yeah, Mount Etna. I've been smoking like the dickens, and even when we go a little further, there is a lot of cloud there, which does mess things up a little bit. But if we go on a little bit further here in time, it does appear that it is doing a pretty good job actually coming from the volcano. Not from elsewhere. And let's not be deceived by what we're seeing here, because the sun is setting. This is a combination of both cloud and off-gassing as the wind is heading towards the camera position. And that is what we were seeing. So a little bit of shadow stuff in there. We still see the kind of, I guess, rusty colored plume back here, which is a good indicator that we're still getting some off-gassing from that vent on the other side, which is very high in iron content. So that is about it for there, though. And why did that go to 480 again? That's supposed to be sharp. I don't know why it does that, but anyway, that is what we've got for that wonderful place. Let's pop over to Iceland, and we'll see what we've got there, and or maybe we won't see what we have there. Iceland is yeah. Let me see if I can find that particular dark screen, and hopefully that is this one. All right, we will back this up a little bit. Hang on, I gotta find my mouse. And we'll go back about 3 hours or so, just to start out and have a look. There we go. That brings it to about 2017 Iceland time. There you can see our little Siggy volcano, and it is definitely quiet. One of the things I did want to remark on, we see a very red area up here, telling us that there's a fairly high iron content in what came out. And that is kind of interesting, but that really doesn't help us right now when we're wanting to see some lava. But that was kind of what we've seen there for the most part and of the day here. Everything was just quiet and peaceful, and not a heck of a lot going on. And if we go through some of the other views, that one is still stuck. They haven't seen it fit to send anyone out to repair that. And this one is hard to tell what it is because of the clouds and stuff, and it's dark. So we used the magic, and we back up a little bit. And how far did we go back? About 4.5 hours, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what we've got. And let's see, a few more people popped in. Good to have you guys on board. Raymond, welcome. Kate is also here. And Epically Epic popped in. Good to see you. Kathy Evans, welcome from Minnesota. Cool. And we have people from all around the world here. So doesn't matter where you come from, you're all welcome and doing very good. DJ Puff the Third is also here and welcome or popping in pretty soon. So pretty cool. Anyway, looking at this shot, we see a little bit of smoke coming off this front center area here, and not a heck of a lot more. A couple of other spots on the sides, but nothing major, and nothing over here. That's kind of left a white ash type mark where that last little bit was coming out. And really not seeing a heck of a lot in this picture. Now again, this is from about 4.5 hours ago, because right now it is dark there. So if we go back to about let's see, 7 hours ago, just to take a look and see if there's much of a difference. We do see choppers flying by and stuff like that. A couple of other spots, a little bit of smoke, but really nothing too sensitive there as far as we can see. You know, really nothing explosive, nothing lavally, and just cooled lava. That's all we got. Cooled lava. I want more than cooled lava. This is back to live right now. Of course, you see down on the bottom here, I do believe those guys are from Search and Rescue, and that's a star. I believe it is a star over there. So either that or that's that darn alien in his spaceship, one of the two. Looking at the other views, of course, this one is the full range of Maridalia. But what you see in the background, the nice glow, that is the city of Reykjavik, and there's the pyramid-looking volcano there, that's Keilir, and of course our volcano is down in here. There's your search and rescue guys sitting there in the car, and they're probably waiting for the alien to come back. Alien collaborators, something like that. If we go back during the day here, we can have a better look at the valley, and there it is, nice and clean shot. And again, you can see where the lava flows had managed to get to, and you can see all that out in here. So it filled a lot of that area up before it kind of died out. The deepest fill area, of course, is in the back here in this area, across the back, probably similar to what we've got over here, at least 20 meters in depth, which is quite a bit of lava actually. And of course the flows had all moved and tried to escape over here, but didn't quite make it. You can see the edge of how far it did go, and that is kind of it. So all this is basically going to sit and cool. If we do happen to get another eruption, is it going to push the material? I don't think so. I think it's already cooled enough that it will be forced to flow over top or fill up any cracks and holes that may have been there, that type of thing. So that is what we've got. Flinders, welcome. And let's see, Sasha also popped in. Welcome, Sasha. Lizoid is also here. I had to change a tire for someone. Well, at least you're a kind person who stopped to change your tire for someone. Nowadays, many people don't bother doing that due to safety concerns for themselves. And it's not so bad here in Canada, but I know in some places you don't dare stop and help someone out because it can be a trap of some sort. Cracks? Who's talking about cracks? There's cracks somewhere? On which side? Backside? Now. Careful, Kim. Don't be talking bad. You got to remember there are younger audience members here. It's a wise crack. There we go, Mr. Kim Raudenbush. Anyway, getting back to the scene at hand. Of course, this camera is located up here on the big round or story Hurger, and that is what we're looking at down there. Like I said, the city of Reykjavik is out there. You're the one who is filling cracks and nooks and crannies. Yes, you took it right out of context. Add the rest of the sentence to it, and then it sounds a little better and more plausible, Kim. Don't be cherry picking, okay? That's all you're doing there is cherry picking for the good stuff, and then using that. Anyway, throws Kim 10,000 mice. Oh boy, don't get him going. He's going to be busy for a while. And in the absence of lava, the chat what degenerates? Yeah, apparently it does. It does. Instead of going from really good stuff to never mind. Anyway, further looking at this shot, again, we'll back it up. Take a look at what we've got during the daytime so you can see it. A little closer up shot of that deeper lava area. Same with, of course, where the vent is located right there. And you can see that little smoker that we were looking at earlier. And I do believe that was the location of the alien back on that far side. So that was pretty cool. Anyway, really hasn't done too much. I'd love to see a whole bunch more lava in here, though. Really fresh stuff would be awesome. I think, though, if it did erupt now and came out at about the same velocity and speed as it did when it did start erupting, I think we would see it overflow into several directions. One is to the north, as well as, of course, it would probably still want to try to head out the east side of Meridalier, which is okay. I think we don't have enough lava there or magma in the chamber to worry about, though, as there is only approximately 12 million cubic meters left in there. And that is not enough to pave the road, you guys. Anyway, looking at the other shot here, this, of course, Visor cam, and a little closer up, looking at what we've got there. Everything looks really quite black, other than, we see that reddish area in here. And I think that is kind of neat. But this is from much earlier today. You can see it's 14:20 was the time on that. And that's what we were seeing. Putting that back to live so you get the idea. We are in the dark, and the other ones here, well, that one is stuck. This one is in the dark. That one you can't see a darn thing, and I'll put that one back to live as well. And then you can see the glow of the city off in the distance. So I'm putting them all back on live. This way I don't lose anything if I have to go back and maybe, check on aliens or something, like what's going on here now, kind of thing. Somebody with a big flashlight moving it around. That's okay. Anyway, not going to worry about them. Let's have a look at the harmonic tremor chart and see what it is doing. And it's been kind of interesting to watch it today. And, you get your hopes up a little bit, and then it gets kind of dashed again. And you have to wonder, what is this thing doing? So I'm going to refresh it again though, and just to make sure we're right up to date here. There we go. And looking at what we're seeing here, some extra spikes going up, trying to figure out what's going on. This is going to be a little bit of an earthquake here somewhere, and some other tremors going on. And we do see this, a solid blue mass down here, and that is telling us that there's something moving. There is something moving down below, and don't know what it's going to do here. Certainly don't like looking at this stuff down below the 1000 line, but hey, who knows what's going to happen. Anyway, the last line was up to about here, so that is awesome. And hopefully we will continue a slight upward trend and see what happens. But the big thing is, what we're trying to look for is the earthquakes, or tremors, I should say, rather than earthquakes. And that'll be interesting to see that shortly here. Mona says, I'm sorry, I haven't been paying attention. What is the white stuff on the old lava? That is actually a good question. I have no idea what it is as of yet. It could be some sulfur, it could be other chemicals. Sulfur typically can turn from a whitish to a yellowish, and then kind of a green in some cases. But I really don't know what it is. So it's a good question, and maybe we've got some chemists out there who will know. As far as I understand, we will have Yvonne Kunkel is still slated to go out there on the 10th of September, and that is interesting, and it may be her vacation that she's going on. So very, very cool. I didn't think it was snow. No, it is definitely not snow. That we can confirm as is, Mona, and no problem. What? Joins Piggy at what? At the gutter to wash mind. What is going on here in my chat, you guys? Oh my God, that Kim gets in here and everything is downhill. Anyway, oh, glad to have you back, Kim. Oh, anyway, yeah, looking at this as pretty interesting. Now, a couple of things that we really do want to kind of mention here. Well, one is, let's not count this out yet. Okay. Okay, Linda, I'm not going to ask. It sounds like just too much. And of course, Kim is already pointing the finger at somebody else. It's never Kim's fault. Anyway, what I did want to point out here is 1, 2, 3, 3 full days and a little bit since it stopped. So basically, that is what we're seeing. And like I said, let's not count it out as of yet. Welcome, Grandma B. I'm glad to have you on board. You sound reasonable and rational. I don't know what you missed, because I missed it as well. Apparently there's something going on in the chat that I'm not aware of, and Kim started it. But he's trying to point the finger at everybody else. Welcome, Andy. Trek 15 also in here. Welcome, you guys. Kevin Haynes, I think I got you earlier there, but welcome. Anyway, all right, that is all cool. Let's get over to the earthquakes, and we're going to have a quick peek and see what's been happening in the last 12 hours first, and I think that is important. looking at this guy here, very close, 2.4 kilometers down, 0.9 from 1748, and that is not bad as far as a depth. And when we zoom in a little bit, these are a little older, 1205, 5.9 kilometers down for that 0.25, too small. And then this 11:30 a.m. 0.4, 8.9 kilometers down, so really quite far down, and not sure what to make of that. So that's kind of what we had in the immediate area. Then you see a bunch of small ones all over the place, and they are really quite small. This is basically the grouping that we're seeing right now. And I think they all have something related to that lava chamber. And looking at the small size, they're not major quakes, they're just little tremors. And they may possibly be throughout that whole magma chamber underneath. And that would probably be about the physical size of it. But who knows what's actually going on underneath there. We certainly did not see that big of a volume come out of our Siggy Fisher, so makes a guy wonder. Anyway, if we zoom out, there were some bigger quakes up in the northern areas. I'm going to switch to the other map here, and we'll see if that refreshes. There we go. It takes the old ones off. Biggest one on this map within the last 24 hours, of course, is this guy, 1.0 kilometers down, so pretty much a surface quake, and it happened at 28 minutes after midnight. Only a 1.0, so likely a landslide or something like that. Nothing to be too concerned about, and that is what we're seeing, and that's of course the only one that's on the Reykjanes Peninsula right now. As we slide over, we've got one here, and that is just, what's this area? Reykjanes Dahlia, as they call it, and a 1.4. And come on, I want to zoom in. There we go. Okay, got it. This is 100 meters down and happened yesterday at 1958, 1.4 magnitude. And again, this is that same area where we've had more quakes before. We had a bunch over here on this side as well. So not too far away from the other guys. So where's Hekla? Hekla would be out here somewhere. There's Hekla. And of course down here is where Katla is. And we're not seeing out anything there either. Thanks, Kate, for the 5-minute warning. Nothing around Grimsvatn or Bardabunga. We do see a small one here at Asja, and it is not very big, 1.0. And we see that is 3.4 kilometers down and happened at 13:52. So that is what we've got right there. Sliding up a little bit and out, looking for these other spots. There we go. We've got some business up here, and 2.1 and a 2.7. So 2.7, 2.6 kilometers down. 14:54 was the time on it, and that is, 2.6 clicks down. Interesting. That's not very far down. 3.7 kilometers for this 2.1 magnitude from 1444, and then we've got some other little guys around it as well. 1507 was the time on this 1.7, 4.2 kilometers down as well, and we have this 1.5, 4.8 kilometers down from 1443, and I'll leave the other ones be, and we're going to go take a look at the other little stack here. Where are they? They're over here somewhere. There it is. 2.8 and some friends. So that 2.8, a little bit deeper, 11.1 kilometers down, 8:43 a.m. Iceland Time, and again 2.8 in magnitude. Looking at this, 1.1, 11.4 kilometers down, 3:11 a.m. Then we also have a 1.0 there, 7.6 kilometers down from 1409 or 1409. And then there was some other smaller stuff out here somewhere, but I don't think we need to worry about the little guys. There they are, 1.5, 1.6. Nothing really, really major, and that is kind of what we're seeing for our earthquake activity, and also what we've seen tremor-wise. And for those, of course, who are interested, this is Earthquake 3 is the shortcut to get this map. And of course, it does have the insert repainted in here, or a picture put in with the location of that new fissure. Unfortunately, it doesn't show where the lava flow had gone, but only a portion of it, of course, is at the time of the picture. And of course, it had moved on and advanced a little bit further when you're looking at this, as well as back here. And most of this had filled in also. So just so you can kind of see what it looks like there, if you want to zoom in on that map, it does give you a little bit of a help. All right, that's it. It is time for me to go on a break, and I am not sure where I'm going to leave you. I think it might be still a little dark at Sakurajima, but then again, let's take a look and see. No, it's good. I'm going to leave you on here, and you might be able to see some eruptive activity. I know it's fairly cloudy, but the majority of this cloud that you see in the forefront in here, this is generated by the volcano. So there's a lot of dirty ash in there, and yeah, you don't want to be over there. But I'm going to leave it on there. Actually, while we're there, just to check real quick, we'll see if the ice cream boat is there. And yep, ice cream boat is in, and you guys can always run down and get an ice cream. That is pretty cool. So it is in right now, down the road, and you see the road right there, and then turn at the lights, go down to the harbor. You'll be okay. You can get it. So yep, ice cream boat is in. So we'll put it back on here though, and go take that break. So thank you, everyone, and for those good folks here, if you are enjoying the show, please do hit that like button. Also, if you're new and sitting on the sidelines, you want to be able to chat, and you're finding yourself not able to, you do have to be subscribed in order to be able to get in and chat. You have to be subscribed 1 minute. We've got that feature on because of the amount of bad stuff that we've had come in here as far as porn links and things like that, so we avoid those. It is, after all, a G-rated channel, so we try to leave it open for all audiences, as we do have some younger people watching as well. On that friendly note, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I am going to go have a 5-minute break. Don't go away, and Kim, behave. I'll be back. go. We've got the microphone back on, and we'll turn that sound off, and we're actually going to copy that, and we're going to paste it in somewhere else. Thank you, and welcome back. Dr. Fox Poppet says, meow, still in my packet. Oh boy. Thank you, Piggy, and also thank you, Sue and Kevin and Andy and all you wonderful people. And let's see if I can finish what I'm trying to do here. I will paste that back in there. All right, I got that done, so I don't have to scramble. I have to put that song in every one of these scenes that I use, otherwise it doesn't play. There was a way to link them before, but apparently that I can't find anymore for some strange reason. Anyway, welcome everyone. I'm glad to have you all on board here, and we see there's some people popped in new in here. Perfectability 999, Brian, welcome back. And I think we got Kate earlier. Sasha, we got. Looking up here, we got Kevin, we got Grandma B, and going up a little bit more here just to see if I missed anyone else who snuck in the door. So I think we should be about good, I hope. Yep, I think so. And that is good. Okay. Anyway, we do see what's going on there at Sakurajima. And Sakurajima continues to boil up and throw off that wonderful gas material. It's interesting, but unfortunately we don't get to see a heck of a lot. This is their close-up cam of the crater, and unfortunately the way or direction that smoke is all coming out, it's not helping us out a little bit. And of course, there we go. Ice cream boat is taking off. I hope everybody got their ice cream. And we will continue on with looking at other things in Japan real quick. Or maybe we won't. That, of course, is Aso. Aso-san is a wonderful little volcano. It's right there. And it is in a green state. Oh, hang on. Right now it's in a gray state. So, too much fun with the fog. Let's carry on. And, of course, this one is Suwanoshijima down on the southern islands of Japan. And it also is carrying a very large foggy cloud upon its top, and very difficult to tell what it was doing. Yesterday we did see that there was some glow in this area during the night. We'll go back and see if we can see that again during the course of the evening. It looked like it was raining there, so it may not appear again, but we'll take a look. And that is 3:15 in the morning. That is about 2 o'clock or very close to it. We don't see anything. And prior to that, again, looks like the cloud was sitting at the right spot. You can see a little bit of a reddish glow here. I don't know if that is an indicator of anything happening, or just some reflection off of the camera's IR lights, perhaps. Something like that. Well, you might actually, we do see a little bit more there. We might have something going on in there, but again, we can't see it. It's very, very dark, so it's unfortunate that that is what we're looking at. So, yeah, Suwanoshijima in the dark, and that is it during the day. And I don't know if that is erupting or not. Obviously, we do see some darker cloud material sitting right on top, so very likely that it is to a degree. Let's see what else we got here. So putting it back on this one, popping over and seeing if we have Taal volcano working. it might be in the dark yet at all. And let's see if we get over to that. Well, it's not in the dark, it's in the fog, and that is, yeah, okay. This is a beautiful scene, and just like we had with ASO, we do see the wonderful lake over here, and there's tall volcano right there inside that lake. Snicker, snicker. Okay, yeah. What do I do with that stuff, right? I have no idea. How do you report on fog? Fog. Well, it's fog. Isn't that fine-looking water vapor? Oh, boy. Anyway, let's carry on. Maybe the next one's got something. Oh, a Sasquatch or two, perhaps. That would be nice. Let's get on that one. There we go. Yep, we do see people walking around. We see some vents. Of course, this is Yellowstone National Park in the United States, and there are over 500 different geysers in Yellowstone, which is really, really cool. And if anyone wants to go there, all you need to do is type in the word Yellowstone, like what C&D Boy just did, and up will pop the link, and you can go there and have a look. Not only will you get this video live stream, but they also have some interesting maps and stuff like that on there, which is really cool. And that's all good. And let's see. Oh, what do I got here? Oh, yeah. Anyone interested in looking at a 3D map of some wonderful, wonderful. Let's see if I'll pop that in there. And this has been sent to me, a 3D map of the earthquakes in Iceland. So underneath, they're getting them all in there, and you can see where they are in relationship to the tops. But I just figured, hey, that was in there. I'll throw it in, and that's the link. So you guys can have a look at that if you like. Anyway, let's pop on over and see what's next on our list. Let's go to the Azores, and the Azores, of course, are in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. And let's see if we can find the Azores. There they are. Switch, come on, computer, you can do it. And of course, with the Azores, we're on the island of Sao George, and there we are. And the website we're using here, spotazores.com. Did you get my email? I got several emails today, but hang on, where's your email? Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, top tunes and stuff like that. Something about two moons and somewhere. I don't know where that is, DJ. If you have a link to a website, or if this is part of YouTube stuff, and that is certified without any question whatsoever, that I don't need to post gazillions of things in here about using somebody else's music. That's the problem, okay? It has to be from YouTube. Otherwise, I end up with nothing but problems. And it doesn't matter whether it's authorized by them or somebody, or by you or somebody else. It's royalty free. Yeah, that's excellent. But as soon as I use it, it comes into question that it is a royalty issue or a copyright issue. Okay, whether they turn around and say it's royalty free or not, it still pops up. And I've had that time and time again. So unless it comes from YouTube, it is a problem. Okay, And that is something that you need to understand, DJ. It's I know it is what yeah, it it may be royalty free. It's just like Piggies is royalty free. As soon as I put it in the video and try to use it, it comes up as flagged as a copyright infringement. So I can't even use the Piggies song, which is really, really bizarre because it's Piggy's track. You know, yeah. What's the other word? I have no idea. Anyway, I'm not worrying about that right now. That's just something that gets me upset and drives me crazy. It's like I said before, if you have suggestions for music, please, if it's from the YouTube library, I'll be happy to entertain it by you letting me know who the artist is in the YouTube library, and that they have it in there. If it isn't in there, I don't want to have problems, and I don't need copyright strikes. It's very simple. I've been down that road before, and just about lost my channel because of it, and I don't want to do that again. Okay, so that's the end of that story. Carrying on, we're in the Azores, looking at the lights on the other side there, Pico Island, and that is what we've got. There is a daytime shot just so you can see it, and Fayal Island off in the top right-hand side of that. Of course, the big volcano over there, Mount Montana, or as it was previously called, Pico Mountain, and I get that. So yeah, it does such Sasha. The tune is that I sent a Dr. Fox. I own the rights to it. Yeah, Piggy owns the rights, and they said it was a copyright infringement. You know, and that is what really drives me crazy. Okay, and yeah, and if it's from somewhere else, yeah. Anyway, let's not go down that road. It's a really sore subject for me. Okay, and it doesn't appeal to me at all, having to deal with that. So the copyright issue, yeah, no copyright music. Yeah, it is the stuff that if it's not in the YouTube library, I can't use it. Everyone, please, yes, Arizona Snowman, move on. That is exactly what we need to do here. No more mentioning about music because it's driving me crazy. Anyway, this is what we've got. 18 kilometers across the strait here. You can see the lights of Pico Island. We are on the island of Sail George. Here's that little bay. You can see quite a bit of white water. It's pretty rough down there. And moving on to this now, we want to see what this is. Anyway, we are looking for earthquakes today. So 2.1 in magnitude, 1516 was the time on that. Next, hang on, that was, yeah, that is today's. Next one is this guy here, 1.6 from 1745, and that is, I don't know how deep, again, still on Sail George, and another 1.6 from 1800 on Sail George. And this is the other map here. Will I get that refreshed and have a look at it and get it a little bit bigger? And wow, they got new ads in here. What did they do? Okay, they changed their page. Those guys. Make bigger. You can't make it bigger now because they made the page. Yeah, they messed with the page, and anyway, I can't make the map any bigger. Somebody messed with the thing, so that's what we're seeing. Anyway, down here you see from 20 hours ago. Hang on, let me see if we can do that. Nope. No, they wrecked their page. They wrecked their map. This isn't going to work. So anyway, there's extra quakes here 23 hours ago, 2.0, and getting zoomed in here. 4 quakes on the island, and that's what we're seeing. So let's go down, take a look at them real quick now that they've squished everything together. What a mess. Yeah, we may not be using this anymore, or I'll have to figure out some other way of getting this information. Anyway, there you go. The quakes, 24th, and actually has 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 quakes, and again, they're indicating higher values than the other one. I don't know why, but that's what we're seeing. Deepest one 9 kilometers, the other one at 8. So this is on St. George, both of those, right underneath the island, of course. And of course that. Oh yeah, skip the ads. Yeah, why not? Skip the ads as the ad pops up. Skipping ads, right? Anyway, we got our 6 quakes there, and that is what we've got right now. So that's it for there, and we will carry on and go elsewhere. Popocatépetl, and we'll do that one here real quick, and then we will take a look at the break and see what we've got. There we go, and yeah, I'm just reading the chat here. DJ, maybe you don't quite understand. Okay, these guys are doing videos. They're not doing live streams. All right, I can't edit a live stream afterwards and take the music out. Okay, you need to understand that. It's obvious that's gone right over your head. So please, just don't go there anymore. All right. And they're more than welcome to use that stuff. That's fine. Anyway, Popocatépetl earlier today, and this is what we were seeing. 10 a.m. and when we get 10 hours ago, get back into the golden times here, and this is what we've got in the early morning, 7:15 a.m. kind of. Look nice, not bad at all. Yeah. Anyway, looking at what we've got here, I'm just trying to find to see. Yeah, I'm upset now. Thanks, DJ. You know. Anyway, it's that kind of stuff that just drives me bonkers, and really does not do me well. Take a break now, honey. Yeah, I think I will. Honestly, I'm really kind of ticked off right now. And okay, when I come back from my break, we will have bacon seeds, and that will be good. And let me get you back onto Sakurajima for now. If that is working. Okay, there we go. And I'm turning on my music. That is YouTube approved. I'll be back, you guys. Sorry, I'm rather upset right now. All right, I'll be back. Okay, welcome or welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX, a live stream. Thank you, and glad to have you all on board. And thank you for the welcome backs. That's from LOL, Gemma Super Kitty, as well as Kevin Haynes and Piggy going meow, and Sue Hayes saying welcome back. Thank you. And it is bacon seed time, you guys. And I wanted to say thank you very kindly. Dinkle Storm Chaser, Barbara, that is awesome. And nice to see you there. And thank you very kindly for your €2 super chat. I really do appreciate that. That is awesome. And okay, that is good for now. And yes, Piggy, I agree. Okay, just so you know. Okay, and awesome. So let's get over there. You can grab an ice cream. Oh, hang on. Sorry, you can't get an ice cream. The ice cream boat is leaving right now. So that is what we've got there. It's going. Say bye-bye. Wave to the ice cream boat. It's raining there too. So, uh-oh. No ice cream now. All right, let's get over to the bacon seeds. And, Linda got hers. Good stuff. Glad you got yours. And Piggy had hers. It's okay, Piggy. It's a figment of your imagination. Those things you see there are not raindrops, okay? All 17 of them. And let's take a look at our wonderful bacon seeds. This is the one from yesterday, last one, and we will carry on. This is our first one for today, and that is trotting, looking at the camera going, I'm gonna eat you, smile. So that is pretty good. And next wonderful bacon seed is this one here. And it's the little guy looking for an escape. He's trying to get out. And he says, I can't get through. Somebody put chicken wire over top of this mesh. I can't get out. Darn it. And that is what we've got. That is a cute little guy. Definitely. And next one on the list is this little couple of cuties, and they are indeed a couple of nice little pigs, very pleasant looking and everything. Okay, and I like that. You can see the physical size by the individual's hand, so they're very, very small little guys. But I think they should be indoors, not out. They're just little guys. Next one. Hey, 2 pineapples. Welcome. Glad to have you on board. And here's our next bacon seed. I think we might have seen this guy rubbing himself on that board before. I'm not sure, but it looks like he's getting the itch, though. He's got a smile, and definitely pretty cool. And carrying on, let's have a look at our next wonderful bacon seed. And that is right there. And that is actually a 4-pack. And they are looking pretty awesome. They all seem to have bows and everything. And that is pretty cool. Yep, tie a ribbon around your little tiny pig. And pretty cool. I like it, you guys. That looks awesome. And yep, the Fab Four. You bet. That's it, Tom. And they are on their red velvet carpet, ready to go. So awesome. Okay, last bacon seed for today, and that is this guy. And he definitely is looking at you. He's smiling, and he is looking at you. So definitely a wonderful little bacon seed. Prom night, perhaps. And that is really, really cool seeing that. Yep, no holding back. We can see the every little hair on his face and everything. That is pretty cool, actually. And he's done his hair, which is really nice. And it's not a rough-looking guy like those other ones. So that is our bacon seeds for today, you guys. And thank you, Piggy, for sending those in. They were awesome, and we really do appreciate that. And that is pretty cool. Okay, so let's take a look in other places and see if we've got any more visibility elsewhere. And a little bit better there at Taal, but not enough to see the volcano. We can see the road, if that helps, but that is still pretty hard. Let's go over and have a look in Yellowstone National Park. Looked like it just rained there by the glossiness of the sidewalks. I think it may have just done that. Yellowstone, of course, is our wonderful supervolcano, but it contains over 500 geysers. And this one that we have center screen right now is Old Faithful. And it should be time for Old Faithful to kick off. Or sometimes it does a really fantastic show. Other times it does barely anything. So that is what we are seeing today. And I don't know if we'll carry on with that. I think I will, since Two Pineapples is here. Two Pineapples did have a live stream this morning from Kilauea, which was really quite nice. But unfortunately, he got socked in with some fog and everything else, and that was unfortunate. But we're going to have a look and see anyway what we can see right now, and see what the conditions look like there. And we'll pop over and we'll maybe check in on Yellowstone here afterwards and see how it is doing. And let's see if we get that in the right shape. There we go. This shot was from 1811 yesterday, and I figured it looked pretty good. And we'll see how the paths of the lava flow are. Pretty awesome to see. And of course, you see the lighter areas along the edges here. Those are drain areas where we have gas bubbling up as the material is draining back out of the pond, and we can even see the toe area has one as well, so we know it is getting lava in there. This may be a tube feeding this guy over here, and then this is where it's draining out, possibly. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what it looks like. And that is that's yesterday's. Let's get to the current shot. Unfortunately, the current shot seems to have this VOG hiding it, and it is being camera shy. We can't see a heck of a lot, but that is from 1406, and we will carry on here. Take a look at last night's shot. And this was kind of interesting, and while Two Pineapples was streaming, you could see that area light up a little bit back here for a while, and it was very, very interesting to see that. This, of course, was from 5:05 a.m., this shot here, and you can see our lava pond there. This is the primary vent, and then this is the area between the primary vent and the caldera wall, and that is where the flare-up occurred. So pretty interesting to have seen that. Let's take a look at it now, and again, make note of that mentally once we get to the thermal cam. Unfortunately, we can only see a portion of that, but we'll have a look at it. I'm going to refresh this, and we'll get that right there. And here you can see our primary vent. That lava area, of course, is in here, and the fresher material But there's your smoke problem that we see that we can't really see through, and it's a disappointment, but hey, we'll live with it. We know it happens. You can kind of sort of see the raised area in the center area here, and of course the outer edge all seems to be fairly fresh new lava that has flowed in over time, and like I say, this area was the area of interest. And let's take a look at the other shot here. And this, of course, from 5:01 a.m. as well. What we do see there is the lava pond, the toe area, the primary vent, and there's a portion of what we've seen from behind the primary vent, between the wall and the vent. So pretty cool. Let's take a look at the current picture. There you can see that lava bed a little bit better, and there's your vent, and extra smoke off the walls, just like I mentioned before. We get the fresh lava getting in contact with the older material, and it seems to love to smoke. It's a smoking. Anyway, there's your primary, or sorry, your lava pond and your toe area, and that is what we're seeing. The rest is too much smoke, can't tell what's going on. Going to the thermal, and again here we see, as I mentioned, let me see if we can move that down first while we're looking at that. You see on the other side there's a hot spot there as well, and neat to see that. But that is that whole ring around the outside where that fresher material is actually laying. But let's go down to the bottom of that picture there. You can see, and this was the first flow, and then it kind of started cooling off, and then this was a second one that occurred. That was basically this morning while two pineapples was there, and very interesting to see that. So pretty awesome. Let's refresh that, get the current view, and there we go. You can see it too has cooled off now, and that is kind of what we've got going on. You do see more on the edge here, so we know that that lava continues to flow out, and even that spot has cooled off, but it is still quite visible over there on the other side. The other thing that we note right now is the depth in this shot. 14:14 is the time on it, Hawaii time, and we can see that it has gone down. It's down possibly a meter or so from looking at the edge of the wall here, and again this area as well. It is one of those things where it continues to do what it does best. Anyway, that is basically Hawaii in a quick nutshell. Let's take a look at the earthquakes that we've had out there, and we'll get right into that as soon as I find my earthquake map. There it is, and there's Hawaii out in the middle of the big blue, and we'll zoom in a little bit and take a look there. And of course there you see the whole chain of Hawaiian islands, and a little bit more of a zoom in here, and we will don't see anything really fresh right now, so that is kind of neat. Pahala area, now two pineapples did mention that one that we had the other day, the 4. He definitely felt that one. It shook the house, and of course he's over here, so yeah, 4.0 shook the house, and that is pretty awesome. Glad it's not bigger, and that is everything should be okay. Anyway, let's click on these, see when they're from. Today 1320, 29 kilometers down on that guy. This guy here is 2.1 from 1:45 a.m. This is a 1.9 from 3:45 a.m. This one here, 2.3 from yesterday at 23:23. This is a 2.0 from 7:18 a.m. We have a 2.2 from 16:07. We have a 2.2 from yesterday at 22:28. And that is what we've got there so far. Then looking at this 2.0 from yesterday at 19:07, and again this one was actually from 2 days ago, so that was at 4.0, and 23:11 was the time on that guy. This 2.0 yesterday's 18:46. Sliding up the hill a little bit more, we see 2.0 at 3:51 a.m. today, and this one here got this right there, 1.8 and 8:48 a.m. And just to remark here, the Pahala area, everything is about 29 to 36 kilometers down, and that is what we see there. Looking at the top of Mauna Loa, we don't see any new ones. We do have this guy over here, not even on Mauna Kea, it's right on the edges here, and that is 2.2. And that is at from yesterday at 18:28. I thought we had one yesterday, and that was there or here. That was this guy from 16:58. So that was right on there. But I guess that is still within that 24-hour mark. So that's why they're showing it. Now zooming in, and I will catch this other guy here first. 1.8 from 5:08 a.m. And then we do have this one right beside the Kilauea crater, and that is 1.7, and that is 58 minutes after midnight, 2.1 kilometers down, and again 1.7 in magnitude. There is the older view of Kilauea. Of course, that caldera is much, much fuller than what it is right now, so pretty awesome. Anyway, yeah, lots of quake activity there. Yeah, for sure. And let's see, Kananaska's country in the house. Welcome, and glad to have you on board. Anyway, zooming back out, that's it for our earthquakes in Hawaii as far as we can tell, and hopefully that is nothing too dangerous there, and hopefully we won't see anything too wild showing up in the future. Zooming out a little bit, let's go around the world and take a look at some of the other earthquakes here. We had 4.8 off the coast of Mexico. I think that might be right on Mexican soil yet. Yeah, it is. And that was, like I say, 4.8, 26.8 kilometers down. That was actually yesterday's as well, from 1926. Then we have this one just offshore, 4.4. And that was 35.4 kilometers down, 6:33 a.m. on that guy. Sliding down a little bit more, we see a bigger one here, 5.4 in Chile, from 6:09 a.m. And that is right there, 107 kilometers down. And then we have an odd one right in the middle of the plate, which really makes no sense. But let's look at it anyway. It is a 4.7, 10 kilometers down, happened at 13:32, and it is in an odd location, you guys. Doesn't make sense why it would be there. Usually you see it along the plate boundaries or subduction zones or transverse or shifting areas, not typically in the middle of a plate like that unless there's a hot spot developing. Anyway, sliding around, looking at the other stuff. Kermadec Ridge, not too bad. We do have a couple out here. Fiji 4.3, 549 kilometers down from 5:02 a.m. Then we have this 4.8. It is put down as a Tonga volcano, or Tonga earthquake, I should say. 5:01. 12:06 was the time on that guy. Then we also have 5.2 Vanuatu from today at 9:33. And looking at the other ones here, 4.7, 55 kilometers down. And remember we were saying about Krakatoa doing its thing. Well, I'm wondering if those did affect Krakatoa in any way, shape, or form. Anyway, 4.7, 55.7 kilometers down from yesterday at 20:41. And going over here a little bit more, we will go right there, 4.9 and 44.8 kilometers down. 14:10 was the time on that guy. Don't see anything else too major that is fresh up here beside Japan in the subduction zone. We have a 4.2, and that was from 1727, 382 kilometers down. And then, of course, we see another one up here in the Kuril Islands area, 62.3 kilometers down from 1643. And that is kind of almost on the Kamchatka Peninsula. We do see some extra little ones here, 3.5, in the other subduction area up here in Alaska. So that is not uncommon. Then we have this one that's inland, a little bit bigger, which is a 4.0 Healy, Alaska. And that is a little larger than normal, but still okay, nothing really major. Going over here, we see Myanmar, 4.9. They would have definitely felt that, 99.9 kilometers down, and 15:48 was the time on that. Piggy, I had a question for you. Did you feel this quake? This one right here. And that was 4.5 yesterday at 23:30, and that was in Turkey. Well, it's actually in the Mediterranean, but Kos is here, of course, and this is where that quake happened. No, you didn't? Okay, so that is interesting, and I guess that's... it's really not that far away when you look at it. It's only like, what would that be, 50, 100, 200 miles? About 200 miles or 300 kilometers roughly away from you. So I guess that's far enough that you wouldn't feel it. And that is a different area anyway, looking at the way that is constructed here with this deep water in the way. If it did make it, it was a shimmy. Ah, okay, a shimmy. Things shimmy for you a lot. Anyway, that is what we've got there. Anyway, I am looking at break time here, so I'm going to do that. Not felt. Thanks, Piggy. We don't see any more new ones right here on the Rikens Ridge, so that has simmered down a bit, and that is kind of it for our major earthquakes around the world. When we get back, we will take a look at the Canary Islands and see what's in store there. And let's see, Old Faithful is faithfuling, so we'll leave it right there for right now, and throw some YouTube approved music on, and we will leave it there. I'm gonna go take my break. Don't go away, you guys. I'm your host, DrFox2000. If you're liking the stream, please do hit that like button. 3 away from getting up to the 100 mark there, so help us out. Let's get it over there. I'll be be back in 5 minutes or so. Thank you. And the microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. And I'm your host, DrFox2000. You are watching VolcanoX live stream. And right now on camera or on the screen, you have Yellowstone National Park. You can see it's quite a busy place. And thank you for the welcome backs from Sue and Kevin Haynes and Piggy and LOL Gemma Super Kitty, as well as a whole bunch of others. BMAT saying 5x5 Doc, Andy Morgan saying welcome back, thank you, and Oink from Snowman, excellent. Okay, it's good to be back. Thanks, Mars 2028, and thanks, Barbara, for welcome home, Doc. Awesome. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going on. We did, Thora, welcome, and glad to have you on board. Okay, let's see what else we've got going on here. I did want to take a trip over to the Canary Islands, and I see they're swinging that camera again. For Yellowstone, but that's okay. And popping over, we'll take a look at our wonderful Canary Islands. Gonna refresh that real quick since it's old stuff, and the star moved to the other island, and that was a 2.6. That happened at 2351. 17 kilometers down on Forterra Island. So that is, or it's not even on the island, it's actually right beside it. And this is a dangerous area because they had a massive amount of material slide off into the ocean before, and it could happen again, and definitely something to watch out for in the future. With bigger quakes specifically. Anyway, let's take a look at what's happening on La Palma, since that is our real interest here. And we are looking for today's earthquakes. So we see one there that is 1.5, 10 kilometers down, and happened at 19 minutes after midnight. 20 minutes after midnight, they had another one, 1.7. 11 kilometers down. The other one was 10 kilometers, so close, same ballpark. We move up a little bit more, 1.0, and that is 11 kilometers down as well. And then we have one more up here, 1.0, 13 kilometers down, and that is right on top of the ridge, and that was from 4:29 a.m. So all of them in the wee hours of the morning, and nothing major there in the Canary Islands, or at least not on La Palma. If we zoom out, do we see any more up here on the ridge? This one I do believe was a previous one. No, that's actually a new one, a brand new 3.5, happened at 22:35. So, 3.8, it says there. How come it says 3.5 on the other one? Hang on, are we on the same one? No, this is the older one. This is the new one right there. Okay, and that's the one we're looking at. 3.5 and 28 kilometers down. So that's what we've got, and that was from 22:35. So that is kind of a little too far north for really being on the ridge, but that is still appears to be kind of in that same zone. So our basic separation here between the Eurasian plate and the African plate is roughly right in here. And you can kind of see the striations and stuff. And of course my map moved on me when I did that. But anyway, that is where it is. So that other one was a little bit further to the north. And of course this one, they're showing that one from yesterday as being a red and then when we take a look at the other one here, 3.5. So fair-sized, nothing out there as far as islands or anything, so I'm not going to worry about that. And that's it for that area. Let's have a quick peek at our volcano map. I'm going to have to refresh that because things change, and the time clocks on there obviously change a whole bunch, and we'll see how it fares. And there we go. Okay, so Astia and Eruption are still on there. We still have the two out here at Sao George, or the Azores, not Sao George. Sao George is one of them. The other one is Terceira, if I said it right. And that is, of course, right there. In the Azores, that is on the other island. Zooming back out. We have Michael Volcano down on the bottom, South Sandwich Islands, and going up, we do have pretty much everything the same. There's really nothing too weird going on, except for this. This is a little odd. 24 minutes ago, 4.1. 49 minutes ago, 4.0. We have another 4.2, and that happened at 1850, and wow, a couple of super chats in here. I better grab those real quick, and thank you very kindly, Thor, for that awesome, I'm not sure what DKKs are, but there's 50 of them. I don't know, is that Dutch? No, I have no idea, Thor. But thank you kindly. A little help towards your awesome channel. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I do appreciate that. And then also had Grandma B throw in a wonderful a super sticker for $3. Thank you very kindly, Grandma B. Grandma B. And $3. There we go. I got it written down. Thank you very kindly. Appreciate that. And that is awesome. Okay, yeah, so looking at these onquakes, you know, I don't want to sound weird here, but is Central America breaking off? They're going across here. Is that our new Panama Canal? It's now going to be the Mexican Canal going across there or something. Danish kroners, maybe? Possibly. That's the first thing that came to mind, because Denmark has good cheese and good chocolate. Danish kroners, Dr. Fox. Okay, thank you, Thor. I do appreciate that. That is awesome. And, yep, good cheese and good chocolate. And they know what marzipan is. I like it. Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, so of course that is where Popocatépetl is located, and this is very interesting here, really, really quite interesting. I will have to keep an eye on that in the near future. I think we're missing a volcano or two in here that seems to have disappeared. I thought we had a couple more, and they seem to have vanished out of Nicaragua. Messiah is there, and Rincon del Vieja is there, but shouldn't there be a couple more here? Anyway, we'll take a look and see what happened to those. Everything looks normal here. Sangay calmed down a little bit. We do still have, there's Cerro Adi, what is it, Mayasquer, if I said that right. Did not see that one before, and we do have Perse and Nervado del Ruz, so those are normal. So this guy is new up here, and I think it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Maybe that's where all our off-gassing is coming from that we looked at the other day. and of course Fernandina is still there, but really not adding to any soup of any type. Sliding over a little bit, pretty normal there. Tofua and our Tau out there on the Solomon Islands, still yellow, but we're definitely going to keep an eye on it. Going into the Philippine area and the Indonesian area, we do see there be a Luolatak, there's a Rangoon, and then we got Semeru, Merapi, and Krakatoa, and that is 4.7. That's one of those aftershocks right there. And should be Ibu and Dakono right there, and then they've got their other ones here. Ibu has been a little bit busy as well the last little while. We haven't really looked at it on the maps or anything, but they did have it showing that it was busy pluming a little bit, so very interesting. And then the other ones, Mayon, let's see, trying to zoom in here a little bit. Yeah, Mayon is new. They took Bulusan off, and they put Mayon on. So that is one of the newer ones, and actually Sue had mentioned that one in her one of her emails to me, and thank you, Sue. And I was actually going to go look for this guy. I have it on my list here of volcanoes to look at, but it is there. It is a yellow, so that is definitely telling you there's something going on. And Taal, of course, being back on the list. And BMAT, thank you very kindly for that $9.99 super chat. So happy to be part of the Lava family. Thanks, Dr. Fox, for all your work you do for us. You are certainly welcome, BMAT. Thanks, William. That is awesome. And thanks for the $9.99. Appreciate the support. And of course, Tall being back to a yellow. And we're going to have to find out a little bit more about this guy. I know you did send that link, Sue, and I was kind of looking at it, trying to figure out what are we going to do with that. And it is definitely in there, and something that we're going to have to just, take a look at it. I'm going to study up on it, see how many eruptions it's had and stuff like this in the past. It'll be very interesting to see if we can get some info on it. There is our Suwanosi Jima. Then we've got a couple of other ones that aren't so busy. And I see they took the other volcanoes off. And Sakura Jima is the furthest north volcano that is active right now in Japan. So that is also interesting. It's also one that is producing the most SO2 right now, I do believe. So that's what we've got. Sliding up a little bit more, Chikarachki, Ibiko still there, and the states are still on the same. Karimsky is still red, Bezimiani orange, and of course Chevrolet doing its thing. And going out here, Semi has been busy, but I've been trying to get some really decent shots of it. Don't seem to be able to do that. Great Sitkins still doing its orange thing. Cleveland, I have yet to see anything come out of Cleveland. And Pavlov still smoking a bit up there. So that's what we see on that portion of the map. Don't really know what we're looking at here with these extra guys. We do have Barren Island volcano still there. This one, Heard Island, is still on the map, so yellow. And then, of course, we got Mayat and Old Doño, and then the one with the bad name there, and the Congo. In DR Congo, and that is still a red. Urta Ale up there, and sliding in a little bit more and looking at what we've got here. Etna, Volcano, and Stromboli. and that is what we have happening there right now. Campi is also on the list, as well as, well, we don't have it on the list, but right there, Mount Vesuvius, and that is what we see right there. Kind of neat. Let's go right in there. We can fall right into the caldera, and look at that. There's people down there. I'm kidding. There's nobody down there. It's party time. Okay. Zooming out. That is in Italy. And so I do see a quake up there 9 minutes ago, and 4.1. That's interesting. And back to Iceland. So that's what we see for now. Zoom back out. Let's pop over to our weather map, and we will see what we've got. I got to refresh that. That looks horrible, that weather map. And oh, actually, that came back to life. Never mind. We'll refresh it anyway, and get a better idea of how the flow pattern and jet stream has changed. I see it is going way high and then dipping down low, and then circulating back around, some going to Greenland, some circulating back around, I guess would be, is that Baffin Island? No, Baffin Island is up here, isn't it? I don't know what they call that one. But anyway, Hudson's Bay area, kind of the top end, is the pivot point. We do see a fair amount of SO2 in the western portions of Canada. Shame on Edmonton for making all that. And going down US, I can understand with a lot more population, you're going to see increased SO2. That is also noticeable here in our Mexican area. We got 22 million people in Mexico City, as well as Popocatépetl adding to the mix, and that is what we see there. A little less coming out of Central America, and that may be calmer volcanoes right at the moment. We do see our ones here in Colombia and Peru still, or sorry, Colombia and Ecuador are still doing their thing, and not as badly though. And sliding down a little bit more, we see this big stream going across. Now, I'm not sure if that is all related to Sabancaya. I doubt very much. But if we go back in the stream here and just see, kind of looking at what's coming out of there, really not that much. So I would think that Sabancaya is not responsible for all of that. There is other pollutants and stuff going on there from the mining and everything else that they've got. But that material is blowing right over into the Atlantic Ocean. And this is kind of odd. Where did this come from? There's nothing out there to cause it. How did it get there? Who did it? And what is it from? And that's interesting. Anyway, we do see that plume coming off of the northern portions here of New Zealand. That is White Isle Volcano, of course, and that is what we've got. Underwater volcano, perhaps. That is something to check into. We'll have a look and see if I can find something there, Sasha. And going up here, and Australia looks not bad, with the exception of the stuff coming from the coal coking plants just north of Sydney. Vanuatu still quite busy with its polluters, and that is, of course, Yasur and his buddies up top here. Same thing goes for Papua New Guinea. They're still very busy there. Not as much coming out of Ibu and Dukono, which is nice, a little bit easier. And Luolatok still about normal. It really does throw out quite a bit of SO2. Raung and Semeru is down here, and then Merapi causing that little plume. And then we've got Krakatau and Jakarta both helping out to make the rest of that. All of that seems to be getting caught in this, looks like a high pressure zone here. And is it a high or a low? I don't know. Anyway, it's moving around this way anyway, circulating, doing its thing. And then, of course, that new one that we just looked at there, is it Mayo, however you say it there, it's somewhere in there doing, oh no, that was here, that's doing its thing. I don't know what that's actually from then. But we also know Bulusan has been taken off the list, and it may still be producing a little bit as well, and that is probably adding to that little plume, and going out here into the Sea of Philippines. Sea of Philippine Sea? Yeah, Philippine Sea. That's how they say it. And of course, there is the Taal Lake with a Taal volcano. And of course, we see Manila also producing a lot of SO2, sliding up a little bit more. We see our stuff coming from Taiwan, pretty normal. Suwanosejima down here, creating a lot of this. And again, for the most part here, Sakurajima making a lot of this. And some of this, of course, is already coming across the water here from China. So unfair to say it's all from Japan, but a lot of it is, and they are being fed some extra stuff. Looks like the wind currents, I think we know which way the wind is blowing, and that is kind of obvious. We do see, since they are pretty much all the same here, so Chikarachki, Ibiko, and then you've got Karimsky, and Bezimiani and Shevelish out here on the peninsula and Kamchatka Peninsula. So they're doing that. China pretty normal. India pretty much normal as well. And there we go. We are looking at Saudi Arabia with their refining oil refineries doing their thing, burying Erta and SO2, and we can't tell where it actually is. Sliding in down on the bottom here, we see still getting a lot of stuff from our gold smelting and platinum smelting out of South Africa, and DR Congo is where the volcano and the coking plants are, and that's what's going on there. I don't know if they have steel manufacturing there as well, possibly. If they're making coke, that's usually used for steel making, and that's likely what they're doing. Anyway, sliding up, and we are up here in Sicily in Italy, and we can get rid of that flag. But that is from Etna, and you've seen earlier, as we talked about, that it is producing a fair amount of off-gassing right now. Definitely throwing out a lot of SO2, and of course it's getting a little bit of help from Stromboli and Volcano as well. We don't see anything coming out of Campi, so nothing to worry about there. Looking at the rest of Europe, it's overall not bad. And zooming back into Iceland, we do see a fair plume coming off of the Reykjanes Peninsula, and hopefully that's an indicator that we've got gas flow, and when there's gas flow, that means there's something pushing it or moving it, and maybe we've got some magma in there. We'll see what happens, and hopefully it will work. So that is what we've got for now. Pretty awesome. And let's go over to our weather real quick. Going to redo that and get it up to date. There we go. In the same era now, at least, and there we can see we again all the way up into Alaska. Still a very nice day, and that is really neat. And seeing some really good temperatures all the way up. Looking at the Mackenzie River here, it's going right up to the very top of the Canadian mainland up there. Very warm northern British Columbia, northern Alberta. It's actually warmer up there than it is here in Edmonton. And Edmonton is down here where that H is, the bottom tip of the H maybe. And seeing that up there is about 5-6 degrees hotter than it is down here. And that is quite neat. And that is in parts of the Yukon, but most of it in Northwest Territories, Upper British Columbia, and in Alberta. And then the rest of the prairies don't look too bad till you start getting in the eastern portions of Manitoba. Ontario, northern parts are looking a lot cooler because of the cold mass that is above Hudson's Bay there. Southern Ontario, though, still very, very warm. Same thing with the St. Lawrence Seaway going all the way out to Nova Scotia, PEI, New Brunswick, and Newfoundland out here. So they're fairly moderate. While I look at that, we can also say Maine and New York is starting to warm up a little bit, but Maine is kind of nice. New Hampshire, those areas be pretty good right now. Sliding down a little the coast, looking at what we see, North Carolina, South Carolina, about 26 degrees Celsius. Getting into Georgia, about the same, some cooler spots, a little bit, not by much. And of course, down here in our wonderful Florida, it is definitely a bunch warmer. So that's what we're seeing. Actually, even down here in the bottom portions of Georgia, it's fairly warm, 27, 28 degrees. Sliding over a little bit, we see Alabama's a little cooler. Then, of course, getting into Texas, we start seeing more heat again. Texas and Oklahoma going up. That would be Kansas, I guess, up there, and whatever else we've got here. Where's Idaho? No, hang on. Idaho's there. Never mind. Iowa, maybe up there, or here. I can't remember where all those states are. They keep moving them. Anyway, even half of Colorado cooking, and here we go. This is pretty warm. Phoenix showing a 27 degrees, or sorry, 37 degrees right there, and very, very hot temperatures down in the southern portions. Thanks, Sue, for bringing up Death Valley, showing 45 degrees C, 113 Fahrenheit. That is actually a little bit cooler than yesterday. It was 117 Fahrenheit yesterday, so still quite warm. And we look at the other areas up top here. In California, some very big heat going on there. And the western states basically very, very hot. And hopefully they'll cool off a bit. Even Vancouver Island looking at some very, very hot temperatures right now. So that's what we're seeing. Interior BC as well. Hopefully not too many forest fires result from that extra heat. Slide. Hey, Yvonne Kunkel is in the house. Welcome, Yvonne. Good to have you on board. Furnace Creek. Furnace Creek is 114. Holy mackerel. Robert Frary, where'd you find that name? Furnace Creek. That sounds like a really hot place. But welcome, Yvonne. Glad to have you here. And sliding down into Mexico here, we see still quite warm. Cancun, probably about 28. What a good guess. And that is what we've got there. Central America, actually a little bit cooler in some spots, which is probably all right. And sliding right down into South America, we see 26, 27 degrees, and that is all right. And for the most part, through the Amazon, and we are seeing the heat starting to move back down into Argentina a little bit more. Cutoff line is now below Buenos Aires, which is really nice. And of course, we are seeing some very cold temperatures down on the bottom end of Chile because it is very windy out there. And let's slide over to New Zealand. A quick peek at temperatures. Very cool on the South Island, and not that much warmer on the North Island, but really not that bad for a day. They do have that low sitting here and a high sitting there, kind of working together to push some warm air down and pull it across the peninsula here, and hopefully that'll keep it going. And Melbourne, Kananaskis brought up the weather for Melbourne, thanks. And Melbourne showing 12 degrees. That is not bad. A little bit warmer here in Tasmania today from what we see. So that is a little bit better. I think this high is responsible for that warm flow, and it seems to be circulating, pulling some of that heat down, which they really needed it. That was awful cold yesterday there. So 11, 12 degrees in Melbourne, of course, and then we go up to Sydney, seeing it going up 15s or thereabouts, and then home of Oz, having about an 18-degree temperature. Oz lives in the right place, very moderate. I like that. Perth, we are seeing Perth, Australia at about 14, and again it's benefiting from this high pressure zone, causing that circulation to be counterclockwise and pulling that warmer air down. All right, sliding up a little bit more, we do see what's going on here. Remember, we had this low here off the coast, but we also had this storm here, and that storm is still in place. I see another low out here in the Philippine Sea. Yeah, they've got all kinds of storm stuff happening in that area, and that is Indonesia, the Philippines right here, and Bangkok, 29 degrees. It says 28 for what Sue brought up. Thanks, Sue. And we see that there. So I don't know who's right, who's wrong, but I don't think you can tell a much difference between 28 or 29, and especially at 81% relative humidity. There's that low that's sitting on Japan with making all those clouds, and then we see a storm out here doing its thing. We notice the flow here has reversed. Remember, we were getting the flow coming down in between everything, bringing all this cold stuff in, and well, it's going back up, and I'm very happy about that. It can go back up, and then it's going to end up landing out here in Siberia. And I don't mind. They can keep it. Indian Ocean, quite warm. India still doing its thing, and of course Saudi Arabia, UAE, Oman, and Yemen, Iraq, very, very hot. A little bit cooler in the higher lands of Iran, but coastal regions are still very, very hot. Sliding over into the Sahara Desert area in North Africa, very, very hot for the most part. Coastal areas, again, still a little bit easier on the get-go. Zooming in a little bit to Greece, and seeing Piggy has got about 23 or 24 degrees right now there in Kos, and of course it's the middle of the night, and that's better than 30 degrees, but we'll see what happens in the next little while here, next few days. There's a big weather system in here that is moving through, and it will bring some more rain for Piggy, more than 6 drops this time. And everywhere else on the island of Kos, they got heavy rains, and where Piggy lives, they got 6 drops. So not too happy. Anyway, looking at Sicily, a little bit cooler as well. Same with Italy. So they're starting to cool off a bit. Spain still looking at some very high temperatures within the country, but not too bad. Looking at France here, still holding some very warm temps. Same with Germany for this point in time, very warm. But for nighttime, at least it's not 29 or 30 degrees or something like that. 20 is not so bad to live with. And also about the same here in Holland and Belgium. And we'll look at England. We see a good portion of it fairly warm yet as well. And looks like Wales is cooling off a bit, and also cooling off out here in Ireland, just a tad, 13 or 14 degrees out in the Doolin area where our Irish monk resides. Up here in Scotland, a little bit about the same as Ireland, I guess, really, but a little cooler than down here near London. So that's what we've got. Looking at Denmark, we definitely have, well, varying temperatures, 18, 17, 16, depending on where you go. So pretty cool or warm. Well, for nighttime, it's actually quite warm. And looking at what we have in lot cooler in Sweden, and the coast of Norway is actually doing not bad, but the higher elevations here are a little bit cooler, but Sweden is definitely cooled off, and the north portion of Finland, as well as the Russian peninsula here, they definitely have cooled off quite a bit. Still seeing quite a bit of heat around St. Petersburg, showing in 19 degrees Celsius, and that is not too bad. Sliding up now to Iceland and having a look. So for all those good people that are going there right now, Reykjavik probably about 9 degrees. Yep. And we are seeing fairly reasonable temperatures. This isn't outrageous or unreal. This is about normal. So that is what we are seeing there. While we're on that spot, let's throw on our precipitation map, and we'll see real quick how things are happening. I see that low did move from here to over here, and that is probably going to combine with this other low right there. But we do see a lot of rain up in the northern islands, and not so bad down on the peninsula or the capital, and that is not bad. Yeah, sure, good visibility for a volcano that doesn't work. Anyway, let's look at North America real quick, weather-wise, or rain-wise, I should say, and we see a storm kind of butting up here, and kind of trying to get into both the Yukon and Alaska, and that is probably giving Anchorage a little bit of fun. Not too bad though. The other portions in Canada that are a little bit nasty are north of Montreal here, along the St. Lawrence and that area. And of course, not too bad out in the eastern portions. We'll leave that be. Looking at what we see, variable storms, smaller ones, all the way through most of the western portion here, from Midwest to west, but doesn't seem to be affecting the coastline area too much, or too much of California, other than down on the bottom end. And of course, as we call it, it's monsoon season down there in Phoenix, and that is what they've been getting, some various flooding in places. I think somebody was mentioning Las Vegas got a bunch of rain, got flooded out, and that kind of stuff. So Variable storms all over the place, and more to come. And looking at New Mexico, they've got some. We've got some here in Colorado, of course, Utah, and then coming up into Wyoming and bottom end of uh, Idaho, as well as some spots here in Montana. Pretty normal. So, hang on, South Dakota here as well. So going back over a little bit, down in Texas. Texas got a bunch of isolated storms also, and it's not till you start getting a little bit further to the east, it looks like Alabama is the one that's got the brunt of the storm, and same thing with the Florida Panhandle here is getting nailed a bit with this system. New Orleans might have taken some of that hit too. So Mississippi, Louisiana area there, definitely storm. And of course down here in Florida, they're getting nailed. Also Atlanta, a good amount of storms in Georgia. Atlanta doesn't have a storm right now, but the rest of Georgia has all kinds. And South Carolina also getting nailed, and not so much up in Tennessee and those places, so it's a little bit easier there. And no real storms up in the New York area or that kind of stuff. So Ohio is pretty clear. That's pretty awesome. Pennsylvania, all those guys, they're basking in the sunshine. And getting down to Central America, yeah, it is just a mess of storms, and really no, it's that time of year, they're going to get that. South America, the Amazon, northern portions only showing a little bit, but the climate is changing, so we'll see more thunderstorms there. Down in the south part, down here where Chile gets chilly, yeah, they're getting 17 centimeters of snow. I'm reading that correctly. And okay. All right, let's not look at that, and we'll just slide over here to New Zealand. And there's that low, there's that high. So the high is bringing warm air in here. The low was trying to grab some of that warm air and mix it in with the cool, and of course, voila, you get insta cloud and a storm there. So they are definitely getting some stormy weather in New Zealand. Not full blast, but very close. A little bit of rain in Tasmania, possibly some rain in Melbourne, not so bad. And southern end here, really nothing much in Australia. We get back up to the other areas, so we see Vanuatu. Actually, Vanuatu is here, and it's not bad. So you're going up, we'll see a little bit more towards Papua New Guinea and those areas, and Indonesia. And of course, here's that other circulation here. Wow, lots of storms. Yeah, they're getting nailed in those places with some bad storms right now. Hopefully, things will be okay for everyone. Same thing with Japan. They've got, well, at least it's not overly bad, but they do have stormy weather all over the place there. And then this low, and of course, it's got quite a plume to it here, and big high circulating. And then, of course, here's that other spot. This big low here is causing a lot of that drawback of the cold air that came down over the last few days here, being kind of pulled into that, which is okay. We don't mind it. It can do that. Looking at India, pretty normal, and coming across Africa, pretty much normal for this time of year. And here's what Piggy wants to hear. Piggy, you've got rain clouds coming your way. You are going to get some rain, at least a millimeter. I hope that is what is on the way. And Piggy, according to this map, it should be raining for you any moment. That rain cut off unless you got a wall up there right at the airport. LOL, I'll believe it when it happens. Apparently, if you go to the west by about 100 yards, you'll get wet. Anyway, that is kind of what we see. There you go. Yeah, you're here, and there's the rain clouds, or there's the rain. So that is what's happening. But you got more rain on the way. So fear not, you will get some, Piggy, and you'll be okay. It'll be good. All right, we see more coming, though, in the future as well. This will funnel through here, so you will get some more rain, Piggy. I promise you. I promise you. Seriously. And, okay, rain, rain, okay, I didn't understand something cost town, but not much in Atimachia. Okay. Well, I'm sure that you will maybe get a little bit more out of that next system that comes through. And we'll see what happens. Northern Spain getting some rain, a little bit in France, and a little out in the coastal areas here. England also got a little bit, not much. Ireland fairly dry. Scotland fairly dry. Germany completely dry. We see a storm here in Poland, but nothing major. And looking over, we do have that system there in that being Russia, of course, as well as coming into Finland, but not seeing anything major in Sweden, and just a little bit on the coast here in Norway. And then, of course, our circulation here, like I said, that's that low that moved over a bit. Actually, I think this is the low that moved over. Looks like it's got twin lows here, and that might be what we're seeing. But anyway, that is pulling that air back around a little bit and keeping it warm. But right now, you know, when we really don't need to see the volcano that's not erupting, it's clear skies. Is that Murphy's Law or what? Anyway, that's it for today, you guys, and we will pop it back over to temperatures and have a quick look and see if we can find the coldest temperature on the Antarctic, or actually on the planet. And I'm already seeing a minus 76 degrees Celsius right there, but is there anything colder? And Sue found a minus 79. Where'd you find that, Sue? I'm curious. 60, 70. Was it in the same area I was in? Oh boy. Yeah. Thanks, Sue. That is very punny. Antarctica. Oh, witty. And yeah, so yeah, I was trying to locate it here on the map, so I wanted to share that with all our good viewers. I can only find minus 76, I think is what I said I had. So zoom in a long way. Oh, you zoomed in a long way? Okay, we'll take a look. I know there's some real isolated cold spots in here, so when you zoom in too much, you don't find all of them. Or you don't see them as easily. You gotta really hunt. 74, 70, yeah. I don't know. Oh, here, minus 77. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I see a minus 77 anyway right there. So very, very close. Minus 77 to minus 79. Again, really not that much of a difference between the two, but it is very, very cold. Nice to see that we are, you are close to it. Excellent. And I'm sure if I spend another little while here, I could probably find it. But we'll leave it. That's it for today, you guys. So I'm going to zoom back out. And I really don't know where to leave you. Let's take a look there. Japan, you can get ice cream if you want. The ice cream boats are there. And what do we got? There is Taal. We can see it now. I think we'll finish off the scenes here with Taal for today. And thank you, Yvonne. I appreciate that. That is pretty awesome, you guys. Thank you kindly, everyone. I do appreciate all of you, every one of the Lava family. And, of course, a big thank you to the super chatters from Barbara Dinkle Storm Chaser and from Thor, Grandma B, and BMAT. Thank you, guys. I do appreciate those wonderful super chats. Also, a big thank you to each and every one of the members in here for helping and supporting the stream. You guys are awesome. And also everyone here that is all part of the Lava family. So I really do appreciate all of you. And thank you very much for being here today. On that friendly note, it is time to wrap it up. Be good, everyone, and that is good for now. We will hopefully see everyone tomorrow. A big thank you goes to my moderators, Arizona Snowman, Piggy, C&D Boy, and the rest that were lurking. I do appreciate you guys. And we'll go from there. And hopefully you'll all have a wonderful night. Keep your fingers crossed because the Siggy Fissure and the Siggy Volcano may possibly not be done yet. So keep that in mind, okay? And there is still hope. There is still glimmer of shaking going on, and when we see that, hopefully it will work out, and we can do something with it in the future, keeping fingers crossed. Like I said, there's, as they mentioned, about 12 million cubic meters of lava still, or magma still unaccounted for. We want to see it come out. All right, never give up on Siggy Fissure. Nope, don't give up on it. All right, you guys, that's it. My voice is done, and time for me to get off of here and relax a little bit and de-stress myself. So I'm going to say thank you very much, everyone. Super good night or good day to all of you. And please keep smiling, stay happy, and make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And we'll talk to you all tomorrow. Take care, and oink oink.